Welcome to the O'Connor Elder Law channel. I'm your host, Melissa O'Connor. I'm a Florida-based elder law attorney who does two things, and I do them well. I assist families with Medicaid planning, and I do probate. Today I wanted to address a common inquiry that I hear in my office, and that is, am I required or must I hire a licensed caregiver for my relative? Many times I assist adult children whose parents need additional care as they're aging, and it's a frequent question. Oh gosh, the cost of a licensed caregiver is so much, and I'm looking at our family resources, and I have this lovely neighbor or this other person from my church that I know is so nurturing and so caring, but they're not licensed, and I would really like to enter into agreement with this person that I know and trust to be the caregiver of my relative. Is that permissible? And the answer is, of course, it's permissible for you to engage any caregiver that you deem is appropriate for your relative. There's no obligation, if you are having somebody assist you in your home, that person have any sort of licenses, although there are great benefits to having a licensed provider. You have some place to report if things go sour. That licensed provider has certain skill sets, or should have certain skill sets, because those are required to be able to hold that license. And there's just a safety net involved with having a licensed provider. However, families may choose, especially early on, when they are first getting their feet wet with providing in-home care for aging relatives, and they may start with a trusted neighbor or a trusted church member or friend to be able to provide just a couple hours a week of care for their relative, and that person may not at that time hold any licenses. Then as care needs increase, many times families realize that the benefits of having a licensed provider and their relatives can be able to stay in their home longer when they have caregivers who have the expertise and skill set and experience necessary to assist aging seniors in their home, assist with transfers from the bathtub or from, to the bathroom, assist with dressing, assist with all these other daily living skills. There's benefits to having somebody who is a licensed and skilled provider assist your relative with that. But while I'm on the topic of caregivers in the home, one thing that I want to encourage in everyone is, when you do have this relationship with a person that's providing care to your relative, I highly encourage you to not pay them cash. That is one of the number one mistakes that I see when I'm assisting families with preparations of a Medicaid application in the future. Many times, all of a sudden, we're going through bank statements because we have to look at the 5-year look-back period, and we see all these ATM withdrawals, these cash withdrawals, and then I start to question, are these gifts to people? What's the purpose of these cash withdrawals? Because all of a sudden they started to increase, and so common the response is, that was to pay the caregiver. The caregiver wanted monies cash. And nobody wants to report additional income. I get it, but that's on them whether or not they report additional income. All families should 1099 them, right? But really, when you're looking at from my perspective, from the Medicaid application perspective, there's great benefits to writing the check, so that way we know and it's clear that it was for care and not gifts. So I highly encourage families, when they do pay for this care, for home health care, even if it's a non-licensed caregiver, write them a check, issue the 1099, do it on the up and up, because later on, when we file our Medicaid application, you will be glad that you did. If this information has been helpful to you, I ask that you like and share with others. As always, thank you for joining me.